we did a trailer reaction for the film The Evil in Us. There's a link to that in the description below. If memory serves, I think there was some decent gore in there, which we know and love. There was also some questions about bath salts. So, let's see if those get answered as we review The Evil in Us.
Okay, so this is a spoiler-filled review. All right, and if you're still watching, that means that you've seen it. So basically the rundown is it's your typical cabin in the woods.
Yes.
And we got kids that are taking these crazy drugs, and then they start eating each other. So let's check it out.
So on the likes front, I gotta say right off the bat, and it's a little thing, but it was a nice touch. We get in this movie your sort of stereotypical hillbillies, right?
Yeah.
You know, the young kids go out there into the woods and they get those hillbillies who are super scary and intimidating.
Oh, fellas, looks like the rods are bending today, huh? Nice catch.
And they're, you know, inbred and freakish, but there's a couple little scenes that shows not really. They're just guys.
Taking back shots.
Yeah, having a good time. And they actually are like, oh, I can't believe you did that to that tourist guy. They're just having a good time.
Did you really tell those kids that Edith Falkenberg committed suicide in that place?
Again, it's a small thing, but it was a nice little touch.
Yeah, I like that too. And there was a decent amount of gore in here, and I think it was well done. You know, like when they have them actually chewing on the intestines, and there's the pieces flying out of his mouth. A lot of gut, a lot of gore, pretty good. I like that.
No, we had saw it in the trailer, and it didn't disappoint in the movie. There was actually more. And then, of course, there is the entire concept in the film where they took these drugs that were laced with this even, you know, worse nasty thing that made you go, you know, batshit crazy and eat, you know, everybody that you know. But what was really nice was the follow-up, because this isn't being a zombie or a vampire or werewolf, you know, something that's permanent. You take the drugs, it goes through your system, and then it's out, and you return to quote-unquote normal. And I thought they did
face what you've done.
Well, that's my point. Yeah, like, because, like, you know, it's one thing to get drunk and you know, make an ass of yourself, or you know, sleep with some ugly dude or ugly chick, but then to eat other people is an entirely different concept. And they actually, and they've addressed it. I like that they addressed this. You know, the end of the film, you know, the black guy's like, you know, holy crap, I've done this horrible thing and made all of these deaths, and I can't take it. Even the woman at the beginning of the film that survived was like, you know, I can't take it. It's too
she
much.
wanted to kill herself.
She wanted to kill herself.
Right.
Zoe, you gotta calm down.
Please, just kill me.
You know, I thought that was great. And then within that, and it was sort of part and parcel, is I've seen a lot of movies, not just horror movies, but other movies as well, that have attempted to do this, and some character gets messed up on drugs. So then they try to show you their perspective. It's very few times met with any success. But this movie did it well. Did it really well. Well, I thought it was absolutely great. It didn't linger too long.
Yeah, just enough time back and forth.
It was long enough. And they did a great job of having, like, their friends going, hey, how you doing? You all right? Then you see that him seeing that they're laughing and mocking, and then cut right back to, and they're fine because of his distortion. So that was
done well.
That was really good. Yeah. So again, you know, not a
couple things in there.
Couple, well, you know, not a lot, but I mean, still, what was done right was done very well.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, so let's get into our dislikes.
All right.
I guess
to hear what
I
you
will
say.
Start. So throughout the movie, they're seeing the senator. You don't really know who he is at first.
Oh, the older guy.
The older guy. Yeah. They're showing little clips of him kind of, you know, has these people tortured in this box in the glass, and you find out at the end that, you know, he is the senator, and he is actually the one that is controlling and, you know, releasing these drugs.
Right.
And, you know, there's an an end part where he's kind of like, well, if I get elected, I can fix this, and well, that wasn't really necessary. I thought that was just not needed. We don't need political bullshit in here. The movie would have been the same whether or not he was in that, whether or not all of that kind of took place.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. Like,
it's not relevant.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty far extreme to go to, just to become president.
Yeah.
And, if you're gonna do that, then you have to kind of play it pretty close to the cuff because of the concept in reality that evil people don't think they're evil. And I think there was even a scene that you had brought up when we were talking about this previous that kind of went against that.
Yeah, so at the end when the husband or the senator
sort of towards the middle, I think.
Towards the middle, okay.
Yeah.
He's holding his wife's hand and
Would it be possible to hear them?
Yeah, I can patch an audio feed.
Please do.
she's asking, while these people are being killed and tortured, to turn the volume up so that she can hear it.
Yeah.
And they almost like get off on
bond.
it.
It's a moment for
they're liking that, and you're not. Nobody's just that evil. Like it's just not.
No, I mean, he thought he was doing something to save, the nation.
Right.
It would have made a heck of a lot more sense to have him kind of like, oh, turn that off.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, because he doesn't think that he's evil. You're 100% right, though. It just doesn't make any sense, and it turns him into those old mustache twisting, villains from a bygone era. That was a big major thing, because I think you mentioned it. You're 100% right. No political subplot to the movie, and it doesn't change a darn thing.
No,
it doesn't at all. There's a couple of things that I didn't like, and I gotta totally fall on the side of pet peeves. Okay. So other people can completely forgive this. I cannot. Number one, the head doctor of the ER and the head lead detective guy were in their early to mid 20s.
Yeah.
And that cry shenanigans. Okay, that girl would be in residency.
Yeah.
Okay, he would be a beat cop. I'm sorry. Okay, you don't have to cast 60-year-olds.
Right.
And I get it.
Make
Hollywood,
it a little more realistic.
Yeah, I mean, Hollywood, you're like, oh, we want to show beautiful young people. Well, knock yourself out, but just make it role appropriate. Okay. And then this, I guess, isn't really a pet peeve, okay? It's more of a reality-based thing.
Okay.
As much as I did like, at the end, the fact that the black guy came out of his drug-induced cannibalism and had to have repercussions and deal with them, he was doing so while his entire head and most of his body was burned.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he should be in shock.
At the very least, if not dead. Because again, we didn't establish this as supernatural.
Right.
Right? This was a drug, you took it.
It goes out of your system.
You did crazy stuff, it goes out of your system. Which means that when you're burnt, you're burnt.
Done.
You're done.
That's it. You're toast.
These people were killed with their necks broken by being shot, stabbed, whatever. I mean, it was just real life, quote unquote. So yeah, that really just kind of like tore it all out of my willing suspension of disbelief. He could have been stopped in some other way.
Right.
He didn't have to be put into the fire and burned and everything else. So that was just a little bit
too much.
Little too much is the best way to
Yeah.
describe that. Glorious Pinhead time. Yes, yes, yes. And after your words, I'm actually curious as to see what you give this, so fire away.
Okay, so just because of the fact that there is a decent amount of gore in this.
Gore is good.
I give it a 1.
Oh, okay.
Didn't really have a whole lot else.
I was gonna say, was there anything besides the gore?
That's it for me.
Apparently not.
Yeah, just a lot of it.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so I, on the other hand, not only appreciated the gore, but as I stated, I'm actually going to give marks for their concept of the drug that comes out of your system. That opened up a lot of possibilities.
Okay.
So good concept, and I really, really did like that distorted view. I've seen it done to death, and it's generally bad.
Okay.
That being said, I gotta take big marks off for that political subplot. Completely pointless, completely useless. So I myself am gonna go with 2 pinheads. That means your 1, my 2, averaged out, is gonna make this a 1.5 pinhead movie. 1.5.
1.5.
There you go. Hold on a second before we start. Sorry. I had this evil inside me.
Where were you hiding that?